Good morning, Billionaire Squad. It's your girl Donnathebillionaire, and I'm back with another video today, guys. I just wanted to come by and chill with y'all. I'm going to log on to my brokerage account and see if there's any money in the streets for me. Today is Friday. As you guys know, the stock market opens at 9:30. It is 10:17. So let's see if it's some money out here for us. And if it is, I'm going to let y'all guys know what I'm buying and how I'm buying it, because it's all different ways to buy stocks for anybody who does not know. So options are faster money, but you also can lose your money faster. Reset to default configuration. Okay. So options, you make money a lot faster. Why I look like my... First of all, Donnie, you gonna stop sleeping on this couch. That's what you're gonna stop doing. I didn't even really sleep on the couch last night. But anyway, I'm just letting my computer load up, y'all, and I'm gonna get on there. So for anybody who has never attended this stock market for beginners class, if you don't know how to begin to trade stocks, first what you want to do is get a brokerage account. Okay? A brokerage account is an account where they allow you to place a lot of different trades. You can buy and sell stocks, bonds. You can't, I don't know any brokerages that do crypto. When it comes to crypto, I pretty much just use crypto.com. So, but anyways, my computer is on. Y'all drop some companies that y'all like, that y'all would like to invest in. Some companies that y'all use on an everyday basis, that y'all feel is good companies to invest in. Let me see. I can't see nothing. Oh, I can see. All right. So first you're going to get the brokerage accounts that I like is the more how can I say? I would say the larger ones, as far as like the TD Ameritrade, Fidelity. There's another one, I think it's red. Of course, Ally Invest, Charles Schwab, and what is that red one? I remember logging onto something and it was red. But anyways, once you open a brokerage account, I would say put $1,000 in there, but you don't have to have $1,000 to start. You can start with as little as $100. It's stocks that don't even cost $100. But in order for you to actually see profit and not have to constantly watch and repeat the same play, I would say start with anywhere from like 500 to 1,000. But again, it's a bone, y'all. But anyway, good morning to y'all. This morning I'm logging into Charles Schwab, and I am looking for any stocks that I can recommend. Let's see. It's taking a minute, and I want some more chicken. Chicken and honey. What time is it? 10:22. All right. So the first one we're gonna start with is Microsoft. Let's see. Microsoft is one to me. So to More advanced traders, they might say that it's other stocks that move faster for them because of whatever their goals are. But for me, my trading goals is always to make my money grow as securely as possible. So I usually go with companies that are more reputable, so to speak, like they've been around for a while. Or, hey, good morning, whoever that is. Well, I'm looking at all, I think I look big. But anyways, I would say I want to go for companies that are more reputable, which means they've been around for a while. I know what they do. And even though they've been around for a while, their name is still holding weight in whatever market they're in. Because, you know, companies could be around, but their name really don't hold no weight like that. You know what I'm saying? Say, for instance, I want to say Target was around way longer than Walmart. Let's see. Let's look it up. And I'm doing this to make a point, right? Let's see. Cause I ain't know of no Walmart when I was young. I don't know. It looks like they might have been around the same time, 1962. But I don't know. I feel like Target been around longer, but Walmart just has like a bigger. Um, the company was officially incorporated at Walmart stores in 1969. So it seemed like Walmart and Target actually came around in the same time, 1962. But my point was, I was saying all that to say, sometimes companies can be around, but they just don't stay around. Like their name really don't hold no weight nowhere. Let's see about Home Depot and Lowe's. We talking about competitors. Before I get on here and show y'all something, let's see something because I'm trying to make a point. Let's see about when was Lowe's. When did Lowe's become a big thing? 1980. So let's see, when did Home Depot become a big thing? 1970s, 1980s. For some reason, the market is crazy because good morning. You said what? Oh, good morning, sister. Hey, good morning. I thought you said good morning, pastor. I was gonna say, oh, so now I want to play on my top early, and y'all know. All right, so look. First of all, what I was gonna say is the market is so crazy because it looked like all of the competitors started like establishing itself in the same time. Like Walmart and Target was established around the same time. Lowe's and Home Depot was established around the same time. I find that to be so crazy. But you do supposed to look at your competition when you starting a business because you supposed to. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Because you're supposed to see, you know, how stuff going in the market in your industry. You feel me? But anyways, neither here nor there. Good morning, everybody. Today I just logged on. If y'all want to talk crypto, we can do crypto too real quick. Y'all have to just drop it right there in the comments if y'all want to talk crypto too. But today I'm just trying to see if there's any plays that I can put y'all on. Like I said, I started with Microsoft because I myself has made probably like $300-400 off Microsoft, just because. And I actually did that, I think, in one day. I think I did that 300 in one day. Some stocks are more volatile than others, right? Some stocks move up $3, $4, $7 in one day, and then you'll get another stock that move up $5 in a month. It might take a month to go through the cycle. Like it'll go down $10, or to go down $5, $6, and then it'll go back up $5, $6. So you always want to buy when it's on the downside. But I'm about to show y'all how to look for the downside in just a second. So right now I'm looking at Microsoft. And so when I'm looking at this, before I look at where it's been in a day, because I haven't been trading Microsoft on a daily, I've been trading 2 other stocks, and I love the whole play of it. So I'm gonna continue to trade the ones I'm trading. But I know Microsoft is a good stock. I have traded Microsoft. I have made money off Microsoft. But as an investor, when something is working good, you really want to get all the good you can out of it before you move around. And right now, I'm doing so good with 2 stocks that I have that I want to watch them. You know what I'm saying? So I can get my best return off those 2 instead of watching 5 stocks at one time. It just doesn't really, it's ineffective. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. So look, right now Microsoft is at $482. So we're going to go back to what did it do for the last 6 months. So for the last 6 months takes us all the way back to July. In July, Microsoft was 467. 467, and it went all the way up to, let's see. No, we in June. It started at 467. Let's see. By the 1st of July, it was at 492. So it went from 467 to 492 all in 1 month. That is a $30 difference, okay? And the reason why I'm saying this is because me, myself, I started my brokerage account with $2,000, right? So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So because this is a $400 stock, I probably could have bought 4 shares. And that's a $30 rise up. So I would have made 3, 6, 9. I would have made $120 off of $400 in only 1 month. I mean, off of $2,000 in only 1 month. Like, savings accounts don't even pay you that much on your money. But my thing is this: you can make it even quicker than that, because if you were to place a contract, you can make hundreds in 1 day. I'm just talking about the beginner type of trading where you buy the stocks and you hold them until the equity comes and then you take out. But more experienced investors, we buy contracts, which means I can say, hey, when the market opens, okay, so that's just give me a couple more minutes because that's on the day part. So anyways, we saw that it went up $30 in 1 month. So that's how you know this stock is volatile, right? It got some movement going on. So then you want to look at the 52-week high. What was it 52 weeks ago? 52 weeks ago, Microsoft was at $555. So right now at $483, it's not even at its all-time high. So this is a really good place to buy Microsoft. $483 is a really good place to buy Microsoft because it goes as high as $555. All right, the 52-week low of Microsoft is $344. So when I say, as a matter of fact, I think that I am going to go ahead and, first of all, do they pay dividends? Yes, they do. This morning, I am going to buy Microsoft, guys. If you want to get in on this play, you can. I'm not going to advise you where to put your money, especially not if you're not enrolled in my class, because for the simple fact of then I won't be able to tell you when it's time to exit the trade. I won't be able to tell you other ways to make money off the trade and stuff like that. So you just proceed at your own, at your own risk. And if you do want to attend the Trading for Beginners on Saturdays, make sure y'all reach out to me. But anyways, so this morning I feel the best play. I didn't even get to the rest of the stocks that I have for y'all. But right now I can see that it's a lot of opportunity with Microsoft. So I'm going to go ahead and get one of those. And again, I was talking about the long-term way of making money with the equity. With me, the best way that works is when I buy multiple shares. I'm okay with a stock taking 30 days to go up $30 if I done bought 5, 10, 20 shares. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm making my money off of multiplication. But if for any reason you have a little bit more to invest in and your risk tolerance is a little bit higher, if you was to place a trade on Microsoft, you will make that same 120 that you would have made in a month, you would probably make that in a day. All right. So it's really all in where you buy in at, that matters a lot. And like I just showed you, the 52-week high for Microsoft was $555. The 52-week low was 300 and something. So the best buying point would be right in the middle of the 52-week high and the 52-week low. Never go, I feel like don't buy too far to the upside. Right now, $430, this is the perfect time to buy Microsoft, y'all. All right, so let's talk about another one. Another one is going to be Nvidia. I made what, $83 and $98 literally in one day the other day when I showed it to y'all. I have a short somewhere either on my page or on my Instagram, and I showed y'all how I made that $98 just all in like 30 minutes. I was driving, I took my kids to camp, and as I was heading back across the bridge, it took me like 30-40 minutes to get back home. All in that time, I cashed out $98. I didn't have to lift no boxes. I didn't have to braid no hair. And I did my own hair, by the way, y'all. I did that. But anyway, I didn't have to do no hair. I didn't have to stand up for 8 hours. I didn't have to do nothing but push a button, do my research, and exit on time. I also think that a lot of reasons why people lose money is because they are very, very greedy. Hey y'all, good morning. Thanks for liking, everybody. Thumbs up so more people can see this live, because I feel like it's a good gem for y'all. But anyway, another reason why a lot of people lose money on trading is because they're way too greedy, yo. Like, it could be a time where you see you done made $100 increase, but because you so greedy, you wanna guess. You wanna the FOMO thing, the fear of missing out. You going through all of this, what makes you say, you know what, I'm gonna take a chance and I'm gonna go further than this $90. Whole time, it really depends on a lot of different factors, as far as like the news and the company and certain things like that, where that $90 might have been all you was finna make before it go back down again, and maybe your contract wasn't even long enough for you to ride it back to the upside. So it's like, it's a whole lot of factors in trading, y'all. And I'm here for y'all if ever y'all feel like y'all want to start to learn. I do investing for beginners every Saturday on Zoom. And so what we do is I start y'all with your brokerage accounts. We start your portfolio, the stocks you want to start watching and stuff like that. And then when you're ready, we set an appointment to do live trades. I will be doing live trades with y'all. So like the Microsoft I just bought right now, we supposed to be doing that live, y'all. Y'all supposed to be watching me do it. But that's for my Patreon students only. Not only for my Patreon students, but anybody who reach out that's interested in investing. But anyways, the next one that I was talking about was Nvidia. Nvidia is a technology company. I think they make AI chips and stuff like that. Nvidia has been doing a crazy thing for the last few years. And I guess because AI is becoming more popular. Let me see what y'all saying. Hey everybody, good morning. Ooh, y'all tripping. But anyways, so when I first started buying Nvidia was like in the thousands of dollars. And we was making money really fast off Nvidia. However, I also lost almost $3,000 really fast with Nvidia, because I did the reason why I teach y'all stuff is because I did it already. And I stayed in the trade way too long. However, I made my money back. But Nvidia is another good one, because the thing about Nvidia, when it was up thousands last year, they actually did a stock split. So basically you got more shares for when the stock split, the price of the stock decreases, and you have, so say for instance you had 5 shares. I be tongue-tied sometimes. So say if you had 5 shares and there was a stock split, and the share is now going from $1,000 to $100, but instead of having 5 shares, you now have 10 shares or 20 shares. So when it's a stock split, they give you more shares, but the price of the stock goes down. And so that's what happened to Nvidia this year. So now this year, Nvidia is no longer thousands of dollars. Right now, Nvidia is only like $170. It may go up to like 180. Last week I bought it at 180, 188, and I rode it all the way up to 192. And that's how I made my $98 in all of 40 minutes, because I placed a contract. I didn't do the traditional buy the share and hold it all the way for equity. I placed a contract, which is called a call. A call means that you believe the stock is going to increase in a certain amount of days. A put means that you think the stock is going to drop in price in a certain amount of days, okay? So what I did was I put in a call for Nvidia that it was going to make it to, I don't know, $200 or something like that, or $300. And yeah, it happened all in 30 minutes. But I'm not looking at the numbers right now, so I could be off. Let's see. So Nvidia is another one. Microsoft is good. The only other one that I love, love, love so much is going to be, I do put my money in T-bill a lot. T-bill is a treasury bill. It's a bond. So basically, like, it's the country's debt that I'm buying. And so I usually put my money in T-bills because the more I have, the more dividends I get. So T-bills usually pay out on a monthly basis. So as some stocks will pay you only every 3 months, usually stocks pay dividends on a quarterly basis. Like every 3 months you will get a disbursement from this stock if you're a shareholder, right? So T-bill, the bond that I buy, it actually paid me dividends on a monthly basis, okay? So imagine monthly you have a certain amount coming to you, but it all depends on how many shares you have. That is a factor. However, some of us, if y'all follow anything that I do, if you have been listening for a while, you should by now have a cash flow business. You should by now have some type of income. So if you have not gotten to that place yet, maybe you need to sign up for some consulting. But I'm talking to the people who should have investment capital by now. If you don't have investment capital by now, you've been playing, if you've been watching me. But anyways, so my thing is, I would rather put all of the money that I'm not using. So say if I got 5,000 or 3,000 or 2,000 or something that I know that I'm not using. I'm not using it to pay bills. I'm dang sure not going shopping with it. It's just, and otherwise it would be sitting in my savings, right? That money do not need to be sitting still. I would rather put that money and buy a treasury bill to where I'm getting dividends on that 2,000 or that 3,000 or that 5,000 every single month. I'm getting paid on my money. Savings accounts do not do that. They do it, but they pay you little percentages. Like, no, I get mad returns on my money. This year, I think I got about 16% on my money. Like, and 16% really depends on how many thousands it is. So don't try to be in my business. Just be in your business. Let's see. Hey, everybody. Good morning. On Diver Lane, can I profit from a $20,000 investment? Of course. Are you crazy? Are you talking about trading though? Y'all on here going crazy. Thank you everybody for the compliments. I know y'all think I look so pretty. I had to braid my hair, y'all. Y'all know I got long hair, but I had to braid it because I'm gonna be busy and I do not like having to do my hair all the time. Let me put the thing back up. All right, guys. So it's 10:41. So I think that y'all should start with those two. Microsoft is a little bit on the more expensive side, but if you are in a position to get Microsoft, I would say go ahead and try Microsoft. But you always supposed to have a target price that you're gonna buy these stocks at. That's the point of looking at the 52-week low and a 52-week high, because you have to now have a target price for when you're gonna buy these stocks. I'm never gonna buy Nvidia at like a 190, 191. I'm not at this time, because of course if it pushes past that resistance, I could possibly, but right now I wouldn't buy Nvidia over like 188. Like literally what I just bought it, I wouldn't buy it over that, because sometimes it goes down. It could go down to like 180, 176, something like that. Like I wouldn't go, at this time, I wouldn't buy Nvidia over 190. So let's see something. So my point of saying that would be, make sure that y'all have your price targets. You don't go in just buying stocks at whatever it is today. If the numbers don't make sense, you don't do it. Yeah, see, right now it's at 182. So I would have been a fool to buy Nvidia when I had the opportunity at 190. November 11th. Let's see. 5 days ago. 5 days ago, Nvidia was at December. Hold up. Let's do a month. In 1 month. So in the last month, Nvidia has gone up to $199. So I kind of bought right in the middle. You get what I'm saying? You have to come up with, good morning, everybody. Hey. Investing in me, you always gonna get a return on your investment. Anyways, I am the investment. But anyways, so look, y'all, I'm looking at Monday, November 10th, $199. Nvidia was at $199. I bought it. I actually could go on my phone and see, but that's just too much work for me. That had to be about 2 weeks ago. So that was the end of November, because it was good and well after Thanksgiving. This had to be last week sometime, because last week I wasn't driving my car, and that's when it happened. So last week Nvidia was at $188. So you see how much it goes up and down in 1 month. It went from 199 to 188, which is where I bought it at, and right now it's at 182. So if anybody was to buy Nvidia right now at $182 and ride it all the way back up to $199, do the math. Numbers make numbers. So Nvidia and Microsoft, I would say do your research always. I am by no means ever going to tell you where to put your money. I feel like every investment needs to be based off of sound research. And you have to know your risk tolerance. I've never invested something that I was afraid to lose. Because if it ever was to happen that I was to lose it, I'm okay with that. But I'm not going to sit here and do nothing. I'm going to take a chance. So that's just how I am. But the chances and the risk are very minimal when you do your research, because a lot of this stuff is a no-brainer if you know economics, if you know numbers, and if you know the purpose for what you're doing. And it really depends on the companies you're investing in. The risk can be very, very minimal. Don't let the word risk, scare you away from creating generational wealth. I feel like everything you do has a risk, but when it comes to trading, the most riskiest part of trading will be options. So I would say, if you're a beginner, options is not something that you want to do until you truly understand the fundamentals of trading stocks itself. Don't jump in thinking you're going to trade options just because options make more money faster, because you will lose your money just as fast. Everybody, can y'all like for me so some more people can come here and hear these gems, please? Let's see what y'all saying. You know what? I can read y'all comments on this phone. Let's see. Let's see what y'all talking about on here. Wow, this is a really good day. I feel like let them go as down as possible, and I'm just gonna buy what I can. Muhammad Moss. If you can find my contact information, you can reach out to me. We can basically get the, you can start an investors course if you're serious, but other than that, it got to be strictly professional. Okay, when it comes to Bitcoin, I hear somebody saying, can you tell me about Bitcoin? Hold up, I'm just reading y'all comments real quick. Good morning, just subscribe. Thank you. Um, Roll K17G47, thank you for subscribing. I also want to thank everybody who became members this month. I appreciate y'all so much. For my members, y'all definitely can ask whatever questions y'all want to ask business wise. And if y'all need me, I can send y'all the information to whatever it is that y'all trying to research. I will extend that to my members. I will dedicate at least 30 minutes to whatever it is that you have inquired about. As far as like, you have to do your own research and then you bring it to me to where I can help you with where you already at. That's what you can do. Let's see. You said tell you about Bitcoin. Okay, now Bitcoin, I'm not even on my phone because my stocks is on that phone. I mean, my crypto is on that phone. So let's look it up. Let's see what Bitcoin is right now. Because Bitcoin was down to like 82,000 the other day. And I was so tempted to buy some. And I'm glad that I waited because by the time I was ready to buy anything, it had went up to 92,000. But God, behold, it's back down to 90,000. So today it looked like it's blood in the streets, y'all. Like, if you're an investor, everybody says like Wall Street Trapper, like Chris saying, everybody, they say when it's blood in the streets, it's time to eat, and it's so true. Right now it looks like it's blood in the streets. Everybody who bought high, they're losing money right now because the market is red. But this is the perfect time for us to buy. The market is red, y'all. I'm looking at Bitcoin right now. It went from 92. First of all, last 2 weeks ago, I caught it. It was 82. Then it went to 88, and I was like, you know what? It's time for me to buy now. But then when I looked back on there, it was only 92. So I was like, dang, I ain't gonna buy it at 92. Thank God it went back down to 90. So today I will be buying Bitcoin. Everybody, get back into Bitcoin before it goes back. It just was at 114,000. So right now we at 90,000. If you get it now, that would be a $25,000 jump. Not X as in you're gonna get $25,000. I'm talking about the price, the value of Bitcoin. That would be $20,000 because you got 10,000 to get to 100. You got 20,000 to get to 10, and then you got the 4,000 because it went up to 114,000 this year already. But Bitcoin goes up a lot, so if you buy it at 90, you in for some good money anyway. If you got some good money right now, I would say Bitcoin would be a good place. I also would say Ethereum, and I also like Solana. Solana, don't buy Solana too close to 200 because Solana got a history of going to like $200 or maybe 212 or somewhere up in there. So I would say buy Solana down by like, sometimes Solana go down to like 160 or 170. So just do your research. Like I said, always look at the 52-week low, look at the 52-week high, and make you a target price somewhere in the middle where you have enough profit to ride it back up to that 52-week high, okay? No matter how long it takes. So yeah, whoever asks about Bitcoin, Bitcoin is where it's at right now. And actually, I'm gonna end this live in a minute, and I'm gonna go buy me some so I won't miss out. But today it seemed like it's a lot of blood in the streets. It seemed like Bitcoin is not so much of a high risk. Bitcoin is not as much of a high risk as it may seem. Bitcoin is going nowhere no time soon, and we already seen what Bitcoin can do. And as a matter of fact, the Bitcoin halving was like 2 years ago. So Bitcoin has not even reached where it's about to go. So I would advise anybody to invest in Bitcoin right now where I said 90,000. When it get over 95, you're not really gonna see your profit like that if you only putting in like a couple of hundred and stuff like that, you're gonna get profit, don't get me wrong. But I would say buy anywhere from between 90 and 85. Even if it goes back up to 92, that's still a good price because you're gonna ride it all the way back over 100,000. So don't listen to people who have not done it. Do not listen to people who try to instill fear. If you're an investor, it's best if you don't know no investor friends that you don't talk to them about your investments, because a lot of times people be speaking from a fearful place, and that can be hindering and that can be discouraging. Okay. One thing I experienced is like I'm listening to somebody else and I ended up waiting, and then I saw the stock start shooting up when I should have listened to my first mind. But you know what happened? Because I didn't listen to my first mind the first time and I watched the stock shoot up. This was 2 years ago, but anyways, I developed the FOMO syndrome, the fear of missing out, and what I did was I bought too high because I saw a good place, and then I listened to somebody say, no, don't buy it now. And so I waited, and then I watched it go all the way up, and then I started to feel like, man, I don't want to miss this money. So I bought it when it went up, and what did it do? It fell down because I was too late. I didn't listen to my first mind. I waited, and because I started seeing it going up, now I'm like, man, I don't want to miss out on this money, but I had bought too high. It was too late already. So just don't do that. Learn from my mistakes. Learn from the mistakes of others. It don't make sense for you to have to waste your money when you have people willing to help you learn from their mistakes. You feel me? So, what else did I want to tell y'all? So we went over Ethereum. A price point for Ethereum will always be somewhere. Let's see where Ethereum is at right now. Because right now, it's a good price point for Bitcoin. It might be so much blood in the streets. It might be time for me to buy too. Everything. Sometimes it do be a time in the market where you need to just start stocking up on everything. And right now, let's see. Right now, Ethereum is in a good place, but it could be in a better place. Ethereum usually goes up to like 4,000, a little over 4,000. I see it went up to 4,800 6 months ago. So Ethereum always has the potential to go over 4,000, and right now it's sitting at 3,100, which is still a good place to buy. But you're going to also meet a place where you feel like you're losing money, because Ethereum going to go down from this 3,000. It might go down to like 2,000 and something, which I feel like is the sweetest spot to buy Ethereum. In the 2,000s, 3,000 is a little bit high for Ethereum right now, but it's still a good spot. You can get Ethereum right now at 3,000 and ride it up to the 4,500 mark. But just be aware that when you start to see Ethereum go down to 2,000, you're not losing your money until you panic and take your money out the market. It's going to go down to 2,000. And then you should buy more at 2,000, so then you make more profit when it rises up to 4. You get what I'm saying? But a sweet spot for Ethereum, I would say, is like in the 2,000s, like the 2,500, 28, 2,900. That's a sweet spot for me. So we went over Bitcoin, Ethereum, we went over Microsoft, and we went over Nvidia, and that is all and we went over T-bills. We went over treasury bills. Treasury bills are a lot safer for your money. Do your research. The treasury bills that I buy, I have to hold them for 3 months at a time. Treasury bills, they have time increments for how long you have to hold them. So you can buy a T-bill that you have to hold for 3 months, or you can buy a T-bill. Thank you, whoever holding the hearts. Please hold the hearts down for me. Thank you so much. You can buy a T-bill and hold it for 3 months. You can buy a T-bill and hold it for 3 months, or you can buy a T-bill and hold it for 6 months. You can buy a T-bill and hold it for 9 months. It just depends what kind you buy. So the ones that I buy, I only hold them for 3 months. What else? So we went over T-bills. We went over Microsoft. We went over Nvidia. Price points. We went over Ethereum. And we went over Solana. Oh man, we did a good thing today. Nvidia, Microsoft, T-bills. We went over Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin. And that is it. That's all, folks. I'm going to get up out of here. I will see you guys later. I love y'all so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that post notification bell. And I will see y'all in my next video.